Good evening, YouTube. Hope your Wednesday was productive. For me, you know what? I put it down. I made about 50 calls today, and I spent about 4.5 hours of talk time with my clients. And I had zero sales for today. And guess what? In sales, some days you're going to make a ton of apps, other days you're not going to write nothing. But that's the way it is. And one of the things that we do in our opportunity webinar, we don't focus on fresh leads. That's easy. We don't focus on live transfers. That's easy. We focus on the hardest part of our business, and that is the leads that we haven't been able to reach. So when I get people on our opportunity webinar, I call old leads, and I battle through these leads to make a presentation. And you know what, guys? A lot of people, they hate follow-up. They call their lead one time and they don't call them again. Others don't even care about a follow-up strategy, and that's a fact. But with my group, we follow up. When I get a lead, a fresh lead, whether it's a live transfer, Facebook, or a telemarketing lead, or TV lead, we hit them right then and there. We call them right then and there. Because we know that every minute counts. And after 48 hours from the moment in time that person called into our TV commercial, filled out a Facebook request, or a telemarketing lead, we know that lead's getting old. But what happens? What happens when you can't get a hold of Miss Betty? Regardless if you're door knocking or you're doing it over the phone. What do? Do you give up? Because last I checked, there is no lead vendor in America that's going to give you a refund because you called one time and they didn't answer. Or you knocked on their door and they didn't answer. That's just a fact. There is no lead vendor that's going to give you a refund. So what happens to those leads? You throw them away? What's crazy is that the statistics show this. 48% of people don't make more than one contact after the first one. That's it. Only 10% of sales folk make more than 3 contacts before they quit. I'm happy to say we're in the top 1% that we're going to call those people until they either 1, they pick up, or 2, they tell us to get lost. Either or, we're calling them. Because at one point in time, we paid a dollar value for that lead. We got no reason not to call them. If you call them one time and then give up on the lead, you're throwing money away. Might as well just burn your money. Burn it. And with my program, our program's not just based on an agent sitting there waiting for a live transfer, hoping to God they get 1 transfer an hour, 8 a day. Not with us. What I've found is that a lot of the transfer programs, it's a logistics issue and it's not perfect. I could be on the phone right now, and if I have a live transfer, there is no way I'm going to drop what I'm doing to take that call. I'm not going to do that. And that's the issue. A lot of agents don't follow up. A lot of agents feel that is losing time. And I believe that the reason that happens is because these agents aren't paying for their leads. They're probably on a dialer doing cold calling or just blasting numbers left and right. Cold calling. Think about this. 48% of people don't make more than 1 contact after the first time. 10% of people make 3 contacts before they quit on the lead. But here's the crazy part. 80% of sales are made between the 5th and the 12th contact. Wow. 80% of sales are made between the 5th and the 12th contact. So imagine if you're that agent that calls your client once, maybe twice, and then you give up. How much are you losing out on if 80% of sales are made between the 5th and the 12th contact? Big time. And guys, my opportunity is not for everybody because mine comes dressed up in working clothes. That's a fact. I get on the phones. I dial clients that haven't picked up. If you called my commercial, you called my Facebook lead, we generated a telemarketing lead, you gave me an opening, you were requesting this information. So my agents always ask me, how many times do I call these leads before I give up? And here's my answer. Until either they pick up or they tell you to get lost. One or the other. Until then, you're going to keep pushing until you get them on the phone and you can make a presentation. My opportunity isn't for everybody because I require my trainees to follow up with video, text, voicemail, and all the technologies that we use today. That's how I'm able to write 10 to 20 applications every week because of the relentless follow-up that we have. So, I invite you to come and see what we do. We're virtual agents. If you want to learn how to make a 6-figure income selling burial insurance, I can show you, and I have the time to do so. I don't hire thousands of people. I'm a calculated guy, and I hire the people that I can train personally. And for these trainees, you get free leads, no CRM costs, and you're going to get training by people that are doing it every single day. But if you're thinking, this is going to be an order-taking opportunity, don't call me. There's a lot of phone opportunities out there where agents are getting minimal contracts, 30 to 40%, first-year commissions, and all they do is take inbound calls. They have no outbound strategy. They don't call their existing clients for upsell or retention opportunities. No, all they do all day is just take inbound calls. I've done that. I've been there, and I'll pass. Because live transfers is not a perfect science. I've seen situations where agents are sitting there, and I've been there myself, where I'm waiting an hour and a half, no phone calls have come through. And I'm just waiting. That's not fun. This is a numbers game. Sales is a numbers game. It's a contact sport. The more people I talk to and establish a presentation, the more sales I'm going to make. So think about this. If you hate follow-up, you're killing your business. If somebody else is paying for your leads and you can care less, well, I get it. You can care less. But I promise you that the owner of this organization that you're working for, they're adding up their profits and their losses every month. And if you don't perform, sooner or later, they're going to let you go. Follow up. Think about it. 80% of sales is made between the 5th and the 12th contact. What's your follow-up strategy look like? Think about it. And if you don't have one, call me, and I'll be more than happy to show you how it is that you can call on these old leads. Because look, any lead that's over 48 hours old is an old lead in my book. It's not fresh. If you're buying leads and your leads are 30 days, 2 weeks old, 60 days, and you're being charged full dollar for those leads, I'm going to tell you something. You're buying old leads. I wouldn't pay a red cent for those leads. Period. Unless I'm going to buy them as aged leads. Think about that for a minute. A lead after 48 hours is old. Do you think that client's going to wait around for one company? No. They're going to shop around. They're going to call one company, they're going to call another company, and they're going to call company 3. Now what? So guys, think about that for a minute. Sales is about contact, and it's about being efficient, and it's about maximizing your profits. And that's what we do here. We don't sugarcoat anything. We show you what we do. And when you join us on our webinar, we're going to call old leads. And that's with the purpose. What good is it to call fresh leads? Everybody can call a fresh lead. But what happens to the old inventory that don't pick up, that don't answer when you knock on the door? Now what? You just going to throw it away? I'll tell you this much. If that's you, I will buy your leads off you. Okay, if you call them one time and then you're throwing them away, call me. I'll buy those leads off you right now because there's value there. Think about it. Between 5th and 12th contact, sales are made. Anyways, you guys have a wonderful evening and see you guys at the top. Peace.